Alright, and welcome back. We're still in this horrible place in the sewers beneath the Temple District. Of course, Lilly came here hoping to find maybe something that Tazok had stowed away by way of treasure, but instead we just found these Elithids, including Alhoon here, who's been slain. And on his body we found correspondence making reference to the Hidden, some type of organization, possibly an Elithid base. Quite.
I await your need.
Some more mysteries. In fact, Lily's trying to make sense of it, but it's not clear yet. Especially how this place relates to Tazok, because of course it was by his key that we were granted access. Can't quite picture Tazok working for Elithids, but maybe with. Possibility, or maybe Tazok and the Elithids are working for some other organization in common. Also wondering then if this is any relation to...
You must gather your party before...
the organization that hired Torgal. That's the troll that stormed the Daornese Keep. I think Torgal referred to that organization as the Stronger. So I think she's wondering if the Stronger and the Hidden are one and the same. The only other organization here, at least in the Temple District we've heard of, has been, well, the Isaiah slavery document made reference to a slaving outpost here. But being that that's human, I think Lilly doubts that they would work with the Elithids. The Elithids probably wouldn't have it. Here's a guarded compound. I think the guess is this most likely is part of Isaiah's slaving outpost. But again, she's not really concerned about that. Unless Isaiah makes it a problem. Probably still haven't seen the last of him. Otherwise, actually, we're going to stop by Copper Coronet. Well, he had a realization that Bernard here sells scrolls, and it's actually been a while.
I deserve to be what?
Since we've looked at those.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Alright, here's a slave asking for help. Out in the streets. Slave regard. I guess he's being escorted. Really had to gas to the Copper Coronet.
I'm not accustomed to these long days. Could we stop and rest?
Rest would be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
I think she's wondering if that means that maybe there's going to be a gladiator show again soon. They just got a new slave in. Alright.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
But, of course, she's not here for entertainment. We're here for Bernard and see what scrolls he had available.
Yes?
Here he is.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Because there's actually some lower level spells that I'm surprised she hasn't found yet, including some things like Spook, which is a first level spell, Invisibility 10-foot radius, Protection from Cold, and Remove Magic. That's from the first 3 levels. Oh. It certainly doesn't look like it. Detect evil. Ghost armor. 3rd level. Looks like about as high as it goes. I guess I'm wondering, probably then, I would be surprised. Maybe they, the merchants restock their supplies as we get further along in the game. Hopefully, some more useful spells. Alright. That, or maybe we'll be in entirely different areas.
What is it?
Otherwise, actually, Viconia had acquired this Hammer of Thunderbolts recently. Of course, I didn't know this. Lilly would know this. It's actually quite famous and belongs as a set with two other things that we're going to be looking for. The Gauntlets of Ogre Power and Girdle of Giant Strength. And I think it's actually Girdle of Fire Giant Strength. I think she's curious if Cromwell might have some insight as to where we might find those things. So I think we're going to be stopping at the Docks District also. So, obviously, not going to be a very exciting session. We're simply preparing, I think, to go out to Umar Hills. So at least, well, two things. Really like to find Valyar Korthala. That's for Tolgerius, the Cowled Wizard, who said dead or alive. Lily's guessing dead might be the easier way. She doesn't really care either way. But that was a few sessions ago. Went to his estate here in the Docks District, and Lilly had to silence his manservant, Hervé, I think. And the only thing we found out was that Korthala has a cabin in Umar Hills. So we'll be looking for that. Also, trying to remember who it was. I think that was Dellin in the government district had mentioned that the Imsvale mayor, Minister Lloyd, just going to stop here, I think, for the night.
What?
Minister Lloyd is likely having...
It's a cold and dreary day when the thumb coat extend a bit of hospitality to his guests. Come, enter and be welcome at the sea's bounty.
That's the thumb. But it sounded like the mayor was having wolfware problems. So, I was wondering if maybe he might offer a reward. That would be another way. So again, we're trying to raise, well, about another 10,000 gold. Galen Bale.
What?
Alright. And I think if we go out to Umar Hills, then we found that we weren't able to raise enough gold. There's still a few things she could try, including, I think it was Guardian Telwyn at the Temple of Helm. Might have more work for us. Or, she could always even investigate the bridge murders, in case they're offering a reward. Just for the reward money itself.
Yes?
Alright, so speaking with Cromwell again.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Alright, he does recognize the Hammer of Thunderbolts. Had ye gauntlets of ogre power, girdle of frost giant strength, and scroll with the Thunder Hammer's true name, I could forge a mighty weapon. Alright. Well, we didn't know about that part. I guess it's good that we stopped by then. Scroll with the Thunder Hammer's true name. Makes it almost sound like the weapons endowed with the somebody's soul. Talking about true names, but okay. So we do indeed need a fourth component. And it would be forged. So I guess maybe it's not quite a set. It would actually be forged into one weapon. If you can collect the scroll and all three items later, keep them on hand. Crom Faeyr is worth the effort, my friend. Crom Faeyr, okay. That's the, I guess the name given to it when it's finally forged. Oh, it's good to know then. I'm glad that we stopped by.
What is...
Alright. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it doesn't quite say anything with the history. I think thinking of areas where this was found. But of course, we're going out to Umar Hills. I think, well, maybe that was Windspear Hills with ogres and trolls. I think we're expecting to find maybe more giant kin. So, could find things like gauntlets of ogre power. Have to keep an eye out then. Otherwise, I guess last night at the Sea's Bounty, maybe Lily's learned another word from the Drow tongue. Darthier, which I think is spelt with 2 I's. Coney's used that a few times. And it actually means surface elf. But I guess what's concerning a little bit to Lily is that surface elf in the Drow tongue is actually synonymous with traitor. So I guess there's a history of distrust between the Drow and surface elves, which probably makes sense.